I don't know if you guys have paid attention. Speaking of like the general deprivation of our society and the fact that the media will not save you or even cover it. Did you know Gary, Indiana, which is not, by the way, a small city by any means, has been without power for almost 2 weeks?
I cannot believe no one is over here helping Gary.
Thousands of people in Gary, Indiana have been without power since August 11th.
The National Weather Service informed us that Gary faced the strongest winds, which reached 99 miles per hour, equivalent to a Category 2 hurricane.
All the power is out, as far as I know, all across Gary, Indiana.
They're losing food. Homes are getting warmer.
They do not have money, and some of the cards aren't even working. I ran into some ladies that
Who'd they vote for? Democrats. But it's also immaterial because the infrastructural problems here are present all across the country. The point is that a city of, I think, 60,000 people is out of power and the media hasn't covered it at all. I mean it. Did you even know this was happening? At least the Flint, Michigan water crisis got some attention. Look, this always happens in black communities, okay? Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, it rotted like an open wound for years afterwards. Flint, Michigan. Did you even know this had happened? If a city of 60,000 people can disappear from the map like this, just no electricity, nothing, what do you think will happen to your town?
had children, and my heart broke.
My name's Aja, and I'm going on day 7 of having no power in one of Indiana's worst blackouts and one of the highest crime cities in Indiana.
NIPSCO, the company that services 100% of customers in Gary, are now saying that it may be until next Tuesday until many people get power back.
We're on day 9 of no power in Gary, Indiana.
My neighbor across the street, my teacher down two streets down.
I live literally an hour south of Gary, and I had no idea about this. This is what's going to happen as the failing infrastructure and climate crises start to come for your town, too. The only real coverage will be of major world cities, stuff they can't ignore. New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago. But smaller towns, even towns with up to 100,000 people, they're going to disappear. Lights snuffed out like a lantern in a harsh wind. You won't even hear about it. You'll be browsing the news, and then one day you'll see a post like, "Did you know it's been 63 days since fresh drinking water has been delivered to this city?" And you're going to go, "I had no idea." The whole world will be the third world, because to the oligarchs, the whole world is the third world. We will get treated no better.
The biggest challenge is getting fresh food. I have to literally drive all the way to Chicago because I don't trust any of the grocery stores around.
The lights being out so long. But I like to hear music and hear noises, so that's why I'm glad I bought this DVD player.
Northwest Indiana is kind of more of the urban area of the state of Indiana. The situation makes it feel like we're very rural.
Sometimes I get over anxious, because they keep giving us a date, but the dates are never confirmed to be true.
I think the biggest hurdle is just uncertainty.
What toothless media coverage?
I've been out of power since Tuesday of last week, and I'm still sitting in the dark.
I got my grandmother with me, so we have to go out, get our phone charged, get food. We have to throw away the food, trees in the lawn.
Communities of color are left behind.
They don't care about black people. This is true, but it's also worth remembering that they don't care about white people either. Let's not, I understand that structural racism is a component here, but please remember that when climate disasters and failing infrastructure affect majority white populations, they won't give a shit. Look at West Virginia. West Virginia is and always has been majority white, and it's an entirely deprived state. It's been raped and gutted, and it's a miserable, impoverished version of what it used to be. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Doesn't make a difference. At the end of the day, racism is a convenient tool for the oligarchs to pit people against each other, but to them, we're all Indian.
And always feel like they're the last to get turned on or the last to get...
Now, if this happened in my white suburb, it'd be front page news across the country. This is different. Did you know that there was a multi-day rolling blackout recently in Beverly Hills? It affected my parents. I didn't see anything on the news. I got a call from my mom, and she was like, the power's been out for more than 12 hours. And I was like, what the in fucking Beverly Hills? It lasted a while longer than that. The infrastructure is bad everywhere. If you think being wealthy or white's going to save you, I promise you it's not. The wealthy have backup generators, and they oftentimes rely on different substations that are more likely to be protected. I promise you, the deprivation you see here, the irrationality and cruelty the media displays in not covering Gary, Indiana, it's going to happen everywhere. New Orleans was hardly a culturally deprived poor city in aggregate. It may have had lots of poor black people in it, but they just sacrificed an entire city. They would rather sacrifice the city than acknowledge the factors that led to its decline. We are all equal under the oligarchs. We're all dirt beneath their boots.
Rescued in these situations.
It's not okay for us to continually be in survival mode.
We need to have a light at the end of the tunnel.
It's been pretty rough.
Well, more than a week and a half after devastating storms swept through Indiana, killing at least 7 people, thousands are still without power. Utility crews working around the clock, but the thousands of lingering outages remain concentrated in the northwestern part of the state. And ground zero of the outages is centered in Michael Jackson's hometown of Gary, Indiana. Utility company NIPSCO says some 40,000 in the region could remain in the dark until sometime next week. News Nation correspondent Alex Capriello is live for us there in Gary. So, Alex, what is the situation there?
Yeah, Nicole, it's been
largest naval base in America has been having power outages too. I just want people to understand, like, this is how it's going to happen. You think that there's going to be more breathless day-by-day coverage of climate change as more and more wealthy and white cities are wiped out, or at least heavily damaged? No. You're going to turn on the TV and it's going to be the same bullshit you've gotten accustomed to. The people who run the news are fully aware of what's happening, what's going to happen, and what their playbook is. They've been lying about climate change for decades. You think that a couple of white people dying is going to change their tune? You think the multi-billion-dollar investment they've made in keeping the people quiet and docile as climate change ravages the planet, you think they're going to give up on that because, a white suburb got hit? Don't be ridiculous.
10 days since this storm hit Gary, Indiana, and scenes just like this one are playing out all across the city. You see these downed trees and the downed power lines that still need to be cleaned up. The result is tens of thousands of people that live here in this city still without power.
You'll notice, by the way, that this media coverage is not even slightly touching on the fact that, as always, energy infrastructure companies are to blame, you know?
At all of the years of my life, I've never seen this much devastation, this much damage.
New numbers from the Northern Indiana Public Service Company, also known as NIPSCO, show around 43,000 customers are still without power. 16,000 of those are in Gary, including Gary Mayor Eddie Melton. Melton has repeatedly voiced his frustrations with NIPSCO, saying the utility company needs to do more to restore power to his city. His administration has now requested additional utility crews and linemen to help speed up recovery efforts.
Just imagine.
Hey, Chad, is Vaush going to cover the Dean Withers rape allegations drama? What drama? MAGA made up that Dean Withers raped someone. They knew they were lying, and they went with it because they think rape is funny. They vote for a rapist because they all fantasize about being Trump. They all wish they were on Epstein's island. Every Republican is an affront to God. They made it up because to them, the sexual violence is always a punchline, always funny. Even when deployed as an accusation against people on the left, to the extent that Dean Withers is on the left, to them it's only funny because it's a hypocrisy. In their minds, they're thinking, oh, look, we're pretending that he is a rapist, that he believes what we believe. But unlike us, he hypocritically pretends he does not support it. They're animals.
Someone with medical conditions, individuals that haven't been able to talk to family members around the country, reaching out, wondering how they're doing. So this is frightening for a lot of folks.
And many Gary residents are taking their frustrations straight to social media, calling for more help and questioning why it's taking so long to restore power.
It's like a horror movie out here.
Some are also alleging that Gary's racial demographics are playing a role in how quickly resources are reaching the community. Thousands of residents are now taking legal action against NIPSCO. A lawsuit filed against NIPSCO claims this damage and the power outages.
Racism is 100% a part of it, but don't get too comfy if you're white. I promise you they'll do it to you too. Like the oil companies, you know, Fox News, they're not going to be like, oh my God, wow. The private equityification of utilities, the irresponsibility of power providers, and climate change have all been bad this whole time. It's going to happen to you too. I'm just waiting. One day I feel like I'm going to wake up and hear that Los Angeles has like 5 days of water left. How can someone prepare? Have a go bag.